Today, we're talking about the incredible power of a second chance. This is the story of Leo, a dog so special that the family who saved him eventually started calling him God's own child, and you're about to see why.
So take a look at this face. This is Leo. When a family first met him, this is the sweet boy who greeted them. But behind those gentle eyes, there was a really tough secret. Leo was suffering from a deadly, incurable disease. Vets had basically said he had a year to live, at most. That first meeting was just a total whirlwind of emotions. For a brief moment, there was this spark of hope, this real connection, but it was almost immediately overshadowed by the sad reality of Leo's very lonely life. Even though he was sick and frankly just skin and bones, his spirit was absolutely incredible. For the half hour he was with the family, he was just bubbly and happy, wagging his tail like he'd known them forever. It was this little glimpse of the dog he was really meant to be. A dog who was just desperate for a home. But then, it was time for him to go. And as he looked back at them from the car, that one moment just shattered their hearts. All that joy from before, it was gone, replaced by this look that was just pleading with them not to leave him. They said they had a sleepless night, just haunted by that final, sad glance.
So, this left the family with a truly agonizing choice. What do? You have to weigh the harsh reality of caring for a terminally ill dog against this crushing guilt of leaving him behind. Something had to give.
And the situation was getting more and more desperate. It turns out, a few other people had actually tried to adopt Leo, but he was always returned. He was just too sick, and his condition kept getting worse. Time was running out, and this family was very quickly becoming his last hope.
And then, they got a heartbreaking update from their son, who was a volunteer at the shelter. Leo was giving up. He'd stopped eating, he was fading, and fast. The message was crystal clear. If they didn't bring him home right now, he wouldn't even survive the week. And this was the dog they were deciding on. Not just sick, but right on the edge of death. You can see how frail he is, his ribs sticking out. This was the reality of their choice. So they decided to bring him home. They weren't expecting some big miracle. They just wanted to offer him some comfort in what they were sure were his final days. But bringing Leo home, well, that was just the beginning of this incredibly intense journey. Those first few days were just filled with constant challenges and, honestly, a lot of overwhelming doubt. And the struggles were immense. Leo wouldn't eat anything, wouldn't drink anything. He was too weak to even stand up. His survival completely depended on IV drips and being force-fed with a syringe. The whole situation just felt completely hopeless. And to make things even worse, the veterinarian gave them this staggering number, a 98% mortality rate for his disease. The vet was absolutely convinced he wouldn't last more than a few days. The odds, they just felt impossible.
But this family, they just refused to give up. They surrounded him with constant, patient love. And slowly, almost miraculously, something started to shift. Leo began to realize he was safe. He was truly home. And that deep-seated fear of being abandoned finally started to fade away.
And this was the turning point. This is what led to a truly miraculous recovery. And it wasn't just medicine. It was fueled by love, tireless care, and, get this, a surprising passion for papaya.
The journey back to health was slow, but it was steady. After about a month, he started eating just tiny amounts. By the second month, you could see his protruding ribs starting to vanish. By month 3, he could actually stand on his own. And then, after 4 incredible months of nonstop care, he had made a full recovery.
And the transformation is just breathtaking. Look at the difference here. From that frail, skeletal dog on the left to this strong, vibrant, and, handsome dog on the right. This single picture captures the entire miracle. He didn't just survive, he was completely reborn.
But his recovery? That was only the beginning. Leo's new life was nothing short of extraordinary. He wasn't just a pet. He became a true family member, a local celebrity, and he changed the lives of everyone he met. So what made him so special? Well, his family lovingly called it his remarkable IQ. See, he didn't need commands. He just seemed to understand everything through simple words spoken with love. His intuition was just off the charts. And here are just a few little examples of his genius at work. After being told just one time not to enter the kitchen, he would wait with his paws perfectly on the line, never crossing it. When he wanted to go for a walk, he'd bring his owner their cap and his leash.
He would even sit quietly right beside the family while they were praying. In the end, Leo's impact was just profound. He became the favorite of all the neighborhood kids. He actually helped his family make new friends in their community. He completely changed the energy in their home, and he taught them what unconditional love really, truly means.
And I think the family really put it best with this powerful thought. Leo's story isn't just about one dog. It's a reminder that there are countless animals out there just like him, just waiting for someone to give them a chance and show them what a loving home feels like.
Which really leaves us with a final important question. Leo's story proves that a little bit of love can create miracles, even against impossible odds. So you have to ask yourself, what kind of miracle could you be a part of?